Justin Baldoni has encountered a significant legal setback in his ongoing battle against Blake Lively and Reynolds, marking a pivotal development in what has become one of Hollywood's most high-profile legal disputes. On Monday, June 9, Judge Louis J. Liman granted a motion filed by Blake Lively to dismiss the $400 million lawsuit that Baldoni initially brought against the Gossip Girl alum and her husband. This ruling represents a major blow to Baldoni's claims and raises important questions about the future direction of the case. The drama between these A-list stars has captivated public attention, given the sheer scale of the legal claims and the reputations involved. Baldoni, widely recognized for his starring role on the hit television series Jane the Virgin, initially filed a massive $400 million lawsuit against Lively and Reynolds. The suit stemmed from accusations of defamation and other claims related to allegations of misconduct that Baldoni vehemently denies. Baldoni's legal team alleged that false and damaging statements were spread that severely impacted his personal and professional life, prompting the massive lawsuit. Adding to the complexity of the situation, Baldoni's separate $250 million defamation lawsuit against the New York Times has also been dismissed, as reported by People magazine. This lawsuit was part of Baldoni's broader efforts to challenge what he described as a coordinated smear campaign that included both Lively, Reynolds, and major media outlets. Despite these dismissals, Judge Liman has left the door open for Baldoni's legal team to amend their claims. The judge allowed for the possibility that Baldoni's lawyers could revise the allegations concerning breach of implied covenant and tortious interference with contract. They have until June 23 to file any amendments to the complaint, which means this legal saga is far from over. In his ruling, Judge Liman highlighted a key legal principle underpinning the dismissal. He noted that the plaintiffs, referred to in court as the Wayfarer parties, which include Baldoni's company and interests, did not sufficiently allege that Reynolds, Lively's publicist Leslie Sloan, or the New York Times had serious doubts about the truth of the statements they made. This is a critical standard in defamation law. For a defamation claim to succeed, the plaintiffs must prove that the defendants acted with actual malice, meaning they knew the statements were false or recklessly disregarded their truth or falsity. The judge wrote, "The Wayfarer parties have alleged that Reynolds and publicist Leslie Sloan made additional statements accusing Baldoni of sexual misconduct and that the Times made additional statements accusing the Wayfarer parties of engaging in a smear campaign. But the Wayfarer parties have not alleged that Reynolds, Sloan, or the Times would have seriously doubted these statements were true based on the information available to them, as is required for them to be liable for defamation under applicable law." He further stated, "The Wayfarer parties' additional claims also fail. Accordingly, the amended complaint must be dismissed in its entirety." This legal interpretation has clearly favored the defendants and is a notable win for Lively, Reynolds, and the New York Times. However, it is not a definitive end to the litigation. Baldoni's legal counsel, led by Brian Friedman, has expressed strong dissatisfaction with the dismissal. Friedman described Lively's motion to dismiss as an attempt to dismiss herself from the self-concocted disaster she initiated, calling it one of the most abhorrent examples of abusing our legal system. Friedman's comments underscore the intensity and acrimony surrounding the case, as well as the aggressive legal strategy his team plans to continue pursuing. The origins of this legal battle trace back to a series of allegations made against Baldoni, which he denies and claims were part of an orchestrated effort to damage his reputation. Lively and Reynolds, on the other hand, have denied wrongdoing, asserting their statements were truthful or protected under the law. The involvement of a major media entity like the New York Times has added an extra layer of complexity, as media organizations often have strong legal protections when reporting on matters of public interest. Looking ahead, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni are scheduled to face trial in March 2026. This upcoming trial will be a critical juncture where both sides will have the opportunity to present their evidence and arguments before a judge or jury. Given the magnitude of the claims and the public profiles of those involved, the case is expected to attract significant media attention and could have broader implications for defamation law and celebrity litigation. The legal battle serves as a reminder of how the court of public opinion and the courtroom often intersect, especially in cases involving high-profile figures. Both parties will likely continue to leverage public relations and legal maneuvers as they prepare for the trial. For now, the recent dismissal is a noteworthy moment in a complex, multifaceted dispute that remains far from resolved. As the deadline for any amended claims approaches, all eyes will be on Justin Baldoni's legal team to see if they can refine their arguments in a way that meets the court's standards and keeps their case alive. Until then, the Hollywood legal drama remains a tense and closely watched story.